All right, so this is Kat Sancic with the Revenue Accelerator in 9 minutes. It is 5 questions in 9 minutes where entrepreneurs making over six figures share what's working and what's not, and because people will pay attention for 9 minutes, So let's just go ahead and jump in. So in a sentence or two, tell us about yourself and what results you help your clients achieve.
Hey, Kat, appreciate you inviting me in. My name is Dan Storm. I'm the president of Sandler Training in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Father, married with 2 boys. So excited about that. Left my corporate job last year to pursue entrepreneurship and my passion of owning a business and helping train salespeople, managers, and customer service folks.
Awesome, awesome. So share with us what you love about what you do.
So a couple of things. I love the flexibility and kind of controlling your own destiny of being an entrepreneur. It's way different than corporate life. Every bit is challenging, but every day is a brand new day. I just also love training people and helping people grow. And, I think I'm a little different. Instead of the normal consultant providing strategy and telling people what they should do, and then leaving the execution up to the folks. I really enjoy getting down in the weeds and kind of getting in the trenches with my clients and taking an ownership role in their improvement as well.
It's so important. There's so many people who are like, hey, here, do this, and then see you later.
Right. It all looks great on a whiteboard, right?
Right. It really does.
For sure.
You roll up your sleeve and actually go and do it. That's a whole other area.
Exactly.
So what's the biggest online marketing lie that you've been told?
All right. So at the risk of offending my friends and LinkedIn connections that are marketers, the biggest lie I've been told is anytime someone wants to quantify results and apply it to my industry, my campaign, or anything else, the reason for that is it may work well for one company one time, and you may see a 42% increase in leads or 16% increase in conversion or any of the other metrics that are thrown around. But the reality is there's hundreds of different, if not thousands of different combinations within industries, companies, and even the way Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, the way they all run their algorithms, they change almost daily. So you could run the same campaign back to back with the same product at the same company and get extremely different results if you just have a couple of days in between those two campaigns. So for my friends and contacts in marketing, love you guys, but don't come to me with numbers and results and tell me it always works that way.
Yeah, those very black and white statements tend to be kind of reader beware.
Sure, right.
So who are some people that are successful like you that you think would be great to have on the podcast?
Yeah, there are a ton of great folks in the Sandler network. I mean, we have 200 training centers across the US, and everybody comes from just a variety of backgrounds. So a couple that I can think of, some folks that I've worked with and I respect tremendously. So Eric Dunn from the Kaufman Group in Kansas City. He's amazing. He's been a great mentor to me. Greg Orth, the owner of the Sandler Training Center in Amish country down in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. He's got a really interesting background and he's awesome as well. And then a couple of guys over in Long Island, New York, Rich Isaac and Rob Fishman run a fantastic business on the island.
Fantastic.
All Sandler folks, and they come from a variety of backgrounds.
It speaks a lot when you've got a solid network like that of people that, kind of strategize together and work together, and that you can quickly and easily identify as people that are worth, a lot, their weight in gold.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm really lucky here is that I have kind of a built-in network of coaches and trainers that I can lean on at any given time. And everyone I've interacted with has been awesome. Super fortunate there.
Yeah, and so we're going to kind of hit the thick of it here. And so we're going to kind of maybe dive a little bit deeper. We've got about 5 minutes left. What's your best revenue generating strategy?
Yeah, so the best revenue generating strategy that I can think of is our care, and it's a K, and it's just a way to structure how you think about your business development efforts. So the K stands for keep, And the A is attain, R is recapture, and the E is expand. So when you go back to the K for keep, what we find frequently is a lot of companies, they don't put the same effort into keeping their key accounts as they do in actually attaining them in the first place. And the challenge here is that your best customer is right in someone's bullseye most days. So they're going after them. So unless you're putting strong efforts into actually keeping that great client and making a real focused plan to do it, they may leave. And it's going to hurt in a lot of cases when that happens. You know, attain, that's the stuff that most folks spend their time on. That involves everything from cold calling to social media campaigns and networking and all of the things the folks that listen to your podcast probably know about. So I'll kind of glaze over that one. Recapture is another big one. And there's a myth out there that if someone left you, it doesn't ever make sense to go back. Or if a prospect or lead didn't pan out the first time, you probably, the nature of people is they don't want to call them back, or, you know, people don't want to get hurt. And what you find in business a lot is things change every quarter, every 6 months, every year. So the company that left you for a lower cost provider or maybe better service may find that lower cost didn't really work for them. So it's always great to touch base. And even if it's a prospecting effort and you find that you just didn't get through or it wasn't the right timing, you have no idea what situation that company is going to be in, if one of the leaders left or took a new role, or just really what the opportunities may be. And then, you know, the final one, the E, is expand. And I think a lot of times folks are happy to get the business. We don't always spend a ton of time understanding how we can grow our business within our current clients. So kind of going back to the keep philosophy is we spend so much time getting these clients in the first place that we're happy we get there, that we don't really look at the full picture and see what other products or services we can offer when we actually get a foot in the door.
Oh, that's so key. It's so important to look at, you know, and it creates a cycle, right? In terms of the customer journey, the customer experience of keeping them, retaining them, attracting more people like them, just like you said, and seeing what the opportunities are for, you know, continuing to provide value, right? It's not just selling them the same thing and calling it something different, but how you can keep, you know, elevating them to that next level of success and being able to show them how your process continues to help them reach those new levels.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's when it moves from being a vendor or a supplier to a true business partner. So, you know, not from a tactical standpoint, but if you can put focused efforts on keeping and maintaining your current client base and then expanding your work with them in a way that really adds value, it's going to help grow your relationship tremendously and probably make it less of a price discussion next time, but also make it a little bit harder for them to leave if that ever happens.
Yeah, and you did hit on something that's really big that a lot of people don't focus on, which is the follow-up, right? Which is keeping in touch with people, because a lot of things do change in their environments. Like you said, leadership changes, maybe the strategy that they had invested in doesn't work for them. And you showing up persistently, being like, hey, we're just still here wanting to provide service and value, helps you become front of mind, as if it was a no initially, really no's are not right nows. And maybe turn those not right nows into, yes, you are the person that is the answer to the solution that I'm looking to achieve.
Yeah, absolutely. I encourage all of my clients to keep a dead file. And that's probably a little morbid sounding, but that's for clients that you may have lost or prospects that didn't pan out. And, you know, today we're filming this right at the start of the fourth quarter. It's a great time to dig out that dead file and leverage that to try to go after any gaps you may have in your forecast or your annual budget.
So I have another secret question that I always ask everyone on my podcast. And it's kind of really the culmination of everything in business. So I'll go ahead and ask you, cats, love them or hate them?
Indifferent.
So then we got 15 seconds. I'll move it into indifferent.
And I'm indifferent because I've met some really cool cats in my life that I wouldn't mind having. I've also met some cats that are complete buttholes that I would never want inside of my house.
Right. Now, there's nothing like a butthole cat.
Yes, exactly.
All right. So with that said, thank you so much for joining us today. Any parting words that you want to leave our listeners with?
Couple of quick things. You know, just care of your customers, K-A-R-E, and the fourth quarter is always a great opportunity to pull out that dead file and achieve your goals.
So how
Thanks
can
for
people
having me.
get in touch with you if they're looking for more information or wanting to have a chat?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for asking. So you can find me on LinkedIn. It's linked at dan.storm@sandler.com, or check out my website, truenorth.sandler.com.
Oh, perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.